ship.
With what?
With ship.
With what?
With ship.
How did we get to America? On ships, right? So did everybody on the earth go into slavery on ships? Who went into slavery on ships, brother? That's right.
Crazy.
For yourself, know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall coming as a thief in the night.
What?
As a thief in the night.
Thief in the night.
Right.
The Lord is gonna come as a thief in the night, man. Nobody knows when the Lord is gonna come back, man. Right. Nobody knows, man.
This the book of wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. For wisdom is more moving than any motion.
Right, the wisdom of the Lord, man, right, and the wisdom of life is more moving than any emotion, man, right? And that's what the Lord has given us to speak to our people, man, right? And that thing is gonna move you more than anything, man, right? It's gonna move you more than damn weed, right? It's gonna move you more than that damn Hennessy bottle, right? It's gonna sit there and move you more than damn Keisha, Letitia, right? And all these damn heathenistic women, man. Right.
Oh, you're going crazy.
Psalms 94. I want you to start at verse 4, but hold that first. Give me the book of Psalms chapter 63 and verse Psalms chapter 63 and verse 8. And then can you give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 4?
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 63 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
My soul followeth hard after thee. My soul followeth hard after thee.
Right, you gotta have your soul like the brother was going into. You gotta follow hard after Yahweh Shem Shah in these last days. Right, you gotta fiend to follow after the Lord, man. The same way so-called dope fiends fiend after dope, man. And you gotta fiend for the Lord in righteousness, man. Right? It said, read that again.
My soul followeth hard after thee. Thy right hand upholdeth me.
Right, it said, thy right hand upholdeth thee. Hey, brother, what's your nationality? With the American hat on.
Brother.
See that? Brothers hate their own people. You can't even. Hey, it used to be a certain time where you wouldn't even walk past your brother without acknowledging him, man. Right? You walk past and you see your brother, you say, hey, how you doing? You doing good? How's your family? How your kids? Right now, our people walk past with their head held high, man, or staring at the ground. Right? Our people don't know. Hey, brother. Yeah, you got to walk past, big homie. Give me 2 minutes before you go in.
Okay, we'll say
Give me 2 minutes before you go in, brother.
stay here.
You see yourself on this side right here?
Yeah.
Where you see yourself at, brother? Where you see your nationality at? On the right hand side, where you see yourself at? Right here, brother.
Yeah, at the top.
At the top? What you see across from it? Across on the other side of the line. Judah, right? You ever heard of that word Judah before? Where you hear about it from? What significance did it have?
Not sure.
Not sure? Alright, real quick, I got you there. You can be on your way. Give me Hebrews 7 and 14. Give me Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2. Right? Did you know that the people of Judah were just like me and you?
Yep.
You do know that? You know what is short? What word is short for Judah?
I don't.
Jews. Right.
Okay.
Right? The shortened version of the word Judah is called Jew. Right? Let's read about the Jews in the Bible. You said, huh? You're a Hebrew.
Yeah, I already know what time it is.
Right? Bring this up.
Jeremiah 14 verse 2. Judah mourning.
What did the Lord say?
Judah mourning. And the gates thereof languish.
Right?
They are blackened to the ground.
I said they are blackened to the ground. But first it said Judah mourning. Wouldn't you say, as a people, that we in mourning right now? I'm talking about our people. We in mourning. We in a state of mourning right now. We've been in a state of mourning for over what you doing? Brother, you gotta be a man, brother. Come on, brother. You gotta be a man, brother. I ain't even one scripture, brother. One scripture, brother. Come on, brother. 2 minutes. See that? See that? It start getting hot, man. It started getting hot real quick. Now the brother gotta go, man. Into Punch Bowl Social, man. Right? Now I gotta get into it. Give me the book of Tobit chapter 4 and 12. Give me Tobit 4 and 12 and give me the book of Sirach chapter 26.
Bring it out, bring it out.
And start at verse 19.
The book of Tobit.
See, now I gotta do it now. Why? Because a brother would rather follow, right, somebody, a woman at that. Not only is she a woman, but somebody that's, right, less than, right, the people that's on this sign right here.
That's right.
And she knew which direction it was going.
Right. Yeah.
She knew which direction it was going. And guess what? You follow. Hey, I'll be damned not let my wife pull me away from something.
Right.
Right? I'm a man talking to another man, and I have my wife pull me away. Right? From two grown men having a conversation with each other, man. That's madness, folly and vanity, man. Right? Bring this up. Oh, sorry, real quick. What's going on, brother? I see you got the mighty staff. Right, you got 2 minutes, brother, to the words of the Lord.
I'm on my way back, I will.
On your way back, brother. Look me in my eyes, brother.
I'm on my way back.
All right, I'll hold you to it, brother, all right? All praise. All right, bring this up.
Book of Tobit 4 verse 12. Beware of all whoredom. Beware of all whoredom. My son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy
It
fathers.
said that chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, man. Right? Not all these damn evil henchmen walking around, man.
Right.
Right? Family, you got 2 minutes. What's your nationality?
I like this.
You from Africa?
Yeah.
Where at? Yeah, I've seen it. Right? Read on.
Con, and take not a strange woman.
They say that take not a strange woman. So the Lord called the other nations strange women at the end of the day, man. He said take a seed, right? Take a woman of the seed of thy fathers and take not a strange woman. So if a woman is not on this sign that you see right here from one of the 12 tribes, then guess what? She will be considered strange, man. Right, read.
Strange woman to wife, which is not of thy father's tribe.
Right.
For we are the children of the prophets.
For what?
For we are the children of the prophets.
Man, we are the children of the prophets, man. Right? Not only are we the children of the prophets, but we the children of the Most High God Yahweh, man.
That's right.
Right? And the Most High God, hey, that's the reason the Lord keep them destroying the earth in the first place, man. Because we keep going off and being like the other nations and taking a liking unto the other nations, man. From the beginning, that's what happened, man. Right? Everybody talk about the damn fruit. The fruit wasn't damn fruit, man. Right? Spiritually, it was what? She was wanting to be like the other. She was learning the other nations. Right? What's your nationality, brother? Right? She was learning what? The other nations' doctrines and philosophies, man. Right? That's what. Hey, that's what started it off. And then what? When you read all throughout the scriptures, what happened? We kept doing the same thing on repeat, man. And guess what? You still got Jake doing the same thing to this day, man. Wanting to cleave after the other nations, right? Instead of cleaving unto the Most High God. Right? What's going on, brother? Brother, you got 2 minutes. What's your nationality? Right? Look like you need the Lord, brother. See that? Our people got all type of... What's going on, family? 2 minutes. One scripture.
Come on, family.
One scripture. Hey, brother in the blue. Brother in the blue. You're the only one that got blue on, brother.
Right.
Right?
Brother.
And you ran track. You see that? You got that brother name. I know that brother. Right? Hey, you got 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes for the words of the Lord, brother.
Man, we running, man.
You running where?
Coming right back.
You say coming, brother. You know what? Give me the book of Isaiah chapter 50. Give me the book of Isaiah chapter 65 and start at verse 1. Give me Isaiah 65 and verse 1. And somebody give me the book of Hosea chapter 8 and verse 12. And give me Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 3, man. This is madness. Bring this up.
Isaiah 65 and verse 1. And it reads thus. I am sought to them that asked not for me. I am found of them that sought me not.
Right? He said, I am found of them that sought me not, read.
I said, behold me, unto a nation that was not called by my name.
Read.
I have spread out my hands.
So y'all got 2 minutes for the words of the Lord? You gonna leave though, you ain't gonna be able to listen.
We got one of those at home too.
You said, and what did the Lord call you inside of it? You See that? Hold that. Give me the book of Isaiah chapter 29 and 9. Give me the book of Isaiah chapter 29 and 9. Drop down to verse 10. Right? Because even in the scriptures they tell you that, hey, the book is delivered unto those, right? But it is sealed up. He said we got one of those at home. But guess what? Obviously, it ain't doing you no good if you don't know what tribe you come from. You don't know your heritage. You don't know what you're supposed to do on the earth. You don't know what the Lord called you. What good is it to have a Bible at home and you don't even know who you are? Right? You got 2 minutes for the words of the Lord. I see y'all stop. Right? You believe in the Bible? I'm sure. Right? Do you know what God called you in the Bible? Right? What would you call yourself first? Child of God. Okay. Those are your children? Okay. Do they got names? Right. So you're right. You are a child of God. Right? Would you be a so-called African American according to society? Right. So you are a child of God. You are the child of the Most High God. But what did he call us? What did he call his children? Give me Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 4. Right? Because you got children, but you named your children. You see what I'm saying? It's one thing to just say I'm a child of the Most High God, but you got to know, what did he call you? Right. Right? Because they can tell anybody what their mother or what their father called them. Right? Bring this up.
This is the book of Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 4. Yo! For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect.
Right.
I have even called thee by thy name.
By thy what?
By thy name.
Read.
I have surnamed thee.
I have what?
I have surnamed thee.
Right. Read.
Though thou hast not known me.
So, hey, the Lord gave his children a name. He said, hey, I've even surnamed thee, even though thou hast not known me. Right? So what did the Lord call his children?
That's right.
Right? It's the Israelites. That's what he named. That's what he called his chosen people at the end of the day. His children. Right? So with that being said, did you know that before you came up here? You knew you was an Israelite? All praise to the Most High. That's a beautiful thing. You know what tribe you come from?
I'm still learning.
Okay, all praise. That's beautiful though. Hey, you know that. It's a lot of people that don't even know, what the Lord referred to him as. All right, so let's get into this real quick. Give me the book of go to Genesis chapter 49. Start at verse 8. Actually, start at verse 8. And somebody give me the book of Zechariah chapter 12. All right. Let me see when you get there. Bring this up.
Genesis 49 and verse 8. Judah, the art, like Judah, thou art, he whom thy brethren shall praise. Judah, thou art, he whom thy brethren shall praise.
All right. It said, Judah, hey, thy brother, you are thy brother that thou shalt praise. Paraphrase and read.
Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Right, so thy father, meaning basically this is code or slang or poetry for, look, the Judites, right? The children of Israel from the tribe of Judah, they're going to be the ones to lead at the end of the day, right? We the ones that stir up everything when it comes to our people, because you got the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans who are also Israelites, right? But at the end of the day, who do they all look to, right? Who the ones that starts the riots in the streets? The children of Judah, right? Who's the one that starts these movements and become activists for the people? Judah, right? Bring this up.
This is the book of Jeremiah.
It's like I want Zechariah.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 12 and verse 7. And it reads, the Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first.
Right, it said, the Lord shall save the tents of Judah first. That's why when you look at the people that wake up around the world, you see a lot of who? Us, right? People from the Israelites from the tribe of Judah more than likely. Right, because the Lord is raising up Judah first in these last days. That's not to say that you don't have other tribes that's waking up, but you'll see a lot more of us, especially out on the highways and byways, than you'll see other tribes, like somebody from the tribe of Issachar, or somebody from the tribe of Naphtali, or somebody from the tribe of Ephraim. Right, you're gonna see who the Judites. Most High. Why? Because the Lord said he'll save the tents of Judah first. Right. Finish that verse up. Was that it on that? Finish that.
That the glory of the house of David and not the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah.
Right, because so the other tribes won't magnify themselves against the children of Judah, which happened in time past. Right, so the point is, sister, right, go to, hold Hebrews 7:14 too. Bring this out now.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2. Bring it out. Judah mourning.
What the Lord say?
Judah mourning.
Right? Judah is the full word of the word Jew. Right? Jew is the shortened version of the word Judah. Right? So it said Judah mourneth, right? The Jews are in mourning. When you say we in mourning as a people? Right, read.
And the gates thereof language.
Right, when it's talking about the gates, that's talking about our elders. Our elders, they languishing right now. Right, you see your average elder, they either, I hate to put it like this, I know your children right here, but they're hitting on you. You might bring a lady to the cookout and they're hitting on the lady. Right, they passing the blunt behind the back, so they have to know it. A lot of the elders in Israel is like Uncle Joe off of Medea. Right, that's how a lot of our elders is nowadays. Like Uncle Joe, smoke weed all day with on the gas thing, right, and flirting with everybody. Right, which is sad, right? But that's what it means when saying the gates thereof language, read.
They are black unto
they are
the
what?
They are black unto the ground.
Right, the digger you deep in the earth, the darker it is going to get. Right, bring this out in Hebrews 7:14.
Hebrews 7:14.
Bring it out.
For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
Right, it said that our Lord, meaning who? Who the world calls Jesus Christ. He's from the tribe of Judah. So if he was on the earth, right now, he would be what? Labeled a so-called Negro, just like we are, or a so-called African American, right, or so-called black. You understand? So sister, you will be from the tribe of Judah, right? You will be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. That's right. Right, the same tribe that who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ came out of. Right, so the same blood that he had running through his veins, guess what? You got running through your veins. That's mighty. Right, that's a beautiful thing at the end of the day. You understand? Right, so now you know you're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Now do you know what the Lord requires of you? Now that you know that you're an Israelite, right? How long have you known? If you don't mind me asking.
I've been discussing it with a friend for about a couple months.
Okay. All praise. Is the friend he or she the one that he brought you in the truth? Yeah. All praise to the Most High. Right, that's a beautiful thing. Right, so what? Now that you know that you're an Israelite, right, you understand, I'm pretty sure you understand that we came over here on slavery, on slave ships and different things like that, right? What do you think the Lord requires of us now that we figured out that we Israelites?
Follow the law.
That's right. Keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. Follow the law. Because guess what? That's the whole reason why we're in this position now. Because we didn't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. When he told us countless times to do that. You understand? Right? Give me the book of Zechariah. Chapter 9 and verse 7, or 7 and 9, I mean. Got it right here. Bring this up.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 7 and verse 9.
Read out.
And it reads, Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, Execute true judgment, and show mercy and compassion every man to his brother, and oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart.
Right, this is the Lord basically telling us on the surface level the things that we should be doing and the things that we should not be doing. Right, read.
But they refused to hearken. But they refused to hearken.
And did what?
And pulled away the shoulder.
See that? And they pulled away the shoulder. That's what we did as a nation of people. We didn't hearken until. That's like you talking to your kids and you tell your kids wash the dishes, and you got your hand on it, so they say, "Man, I ain't washing the dishes." You gonna be like, "What?" All hell might break loose in the house, right? That's what we did unto the Lord. So you're right. We got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know some laws, statutes, and commandments that's outside of the 10 Commandments.
I do. I'm struggling with it.
Like what you struggling with, sister? If you don't mind me asking. If you don't mind me asking.
Well, I don't know the numbers, but I know it's what 613.
Yep, that's right. 613 commandments. You eat pork? You eat pork? Well, you know you can't eat pork, right? Hey, we gotta stop those things in these last days, right? Somebody give me the book of Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. Got it. Right? Give me Isaiah 66 and 15. Give me the book of Tobit chapter 1 and verse 12.
Isaiah 66 and 15.
Bring it out.
And it reads, for behold, the Lord will come with fire.
The Lord will come with fire. The Lord will come with fire. The Lord will come with fire.
The pickled peddlers.
The Lord will come with fire.
The Lord is going to come with fire, man. Right? Nobody's going to be happy when the Lord comes back.
That's right.
You're not going to see people on these different things and having fun and enjoying the day. Well, what is it, like 90-some degrees right now? It ain't going to be like that in that day, man. Right? It's going to be a day of darkness and gloominess, right? But the Lord shall come with fire, read.
And with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury,
Right.
and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire,
For by what?
for by fire,
Right.
and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh,
Read.
and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Right? It said, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Right? Why? Because the ones that's eating swine's flesh, they're going to be consumed. Right? Read on in that a little bit.
They that sanctify themselves
Right.
and purify themselves in the garden behind one's tree,
Right.
in the midst eating swine's flesh,
Doing what?
Eating swine's flesh.
and the abomination
Right.
and the mouse shall be consumed together, says the Lord.
See that? So the ones that's eating swine's flesh in that day, or eating swine's flesh in that, hey, they're going to be consumed in that fire.
Right.
And I don't want that to happen to you, sister. Right? You love pork.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, no, I know you said you were. I'm just saying, like, do you eat it because you feel me, you like it? Right? You ever had, what you eat? Bacon, if you don't mind me asking.
Bacon,
Bacon, sausage, you eat ribs.
Pork chop.
So, all these different things that me and you just named, there's alternatives to them. Right? Like, you ever had turkey bacon? Chicken bacon? So, hey, you can get down with the turkey bacon, the chicken bacon, the turkey sausage, right? Beef sausage, beef ribs, right? I just had some beef ribs the other day, right? So these different things, you can switch it out for it. There's alternatives to them at the end of the day. So you don't have to be, or you don't have to feel like you gotta eat pork, or you gotta eat this, or you gotta eat that. Hey, any pork that's in your house, take it all out and throw it away. And replace it all with lawful things for us to be able to eat.
Right.
That way you don't even got the urge to want to cook it. Or, well, I'm hungry and this is all we got left, so I might as well cook. Nah, we don't want to do that in these last days, you feel me? And this is all love. I ain't trying to, you know, like that. It's love at the end of the day, you see? So in these last days, we gotta rip ourselves away from the unclean things. Right? Because you're a daughter of Zion. You're a daughter of the Most High God.
Right.
Right? Hey, give me Psalms chapter 50 and verse 2. Right? Bring this up.
This is the book of Tobit, chapter 1 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
And when they were carried away captive to Nineveh, all my brethren and those that were of my kindred did eat of the bread of the Gentiles.
Right, so it said all my kindred. Tobit said all my kindred, and the people, right, they did eat of the bread of the Gentiles, meaning what? They ate foods that was unclean. Right, they sacrificed things that were what? Unclean. Right, they did things that were unclean. But read.
But I kept myself from.
But what?
But I.
But what?
But I
read.
kept myself from eating.
Right, but hey, that's what we gotta do. We gotta be like Tobit and keep ourselves from eating. Why? Read.
Because I remembered Yahweh.
Because what?
Because I remembered Yahweh.
He remembered the Lord. And that's what you gotta do. So when you feel the urge to want to do those different things or eat those different things, hey, you gotta remember the Most High God, man. You gotta admit, you know what? I can't do it. Right? I want to, but I can't do it. Why? Because I love the Lord. And I'm sure you love the Lord, right? So hey, we gotta put forth action, because that word love is an action word at the end of the day. You understand? Right? If somebody tell you they love you but they beat you up every time they see you, do they really love you? Right? So he said, because I remembered the Lord, right? Finish the verse.
With all my heart.
Right? Straight like that. He remembered the Lord with all his heart. So he kept himself away from abominable things, right? Bring this up.
Psalms 50 and verse 2. Out of Zion.
Out of where?
Out of Zion.
Read.
The perfection of beauty.
The what?
The perfection of beauty.
What the Most High do?
Yahweh has shined.
Hey, it said out of Zion, the perfection of beauty. God has shined. The Lord literally called us the perfection of beauty. Do you believe that, sister? So if you're the perfection of beauty, sister, you shouldn't defile yourself with something as filthy as a pig. See that? Because at the end of the day, if somebody give me Job chapter 14 and 4. Right? Give me Job 14 and 4. Because the swan, right, they don't properly digest their food. And they don't sweat. So all those toxins that's with that side of pig, it stays in. Right? You ever seen somebody get pork and pour a Coca-Cola on it? Yeah, when they do that, all the pesticides and everything comes up out of it and it goes bad. Right? Real lamb meat, oxen meat, ram meat, hey, those things don't do that. But what the pork will? Why? Because they are defiled. Right? And it don't matter how many times you wash pork, how much vinegar you pour on the pork, it's still gonna be bad. Right? What? Read this.
Book of Job, chapter 14 and verse 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Who can bring a clean thing out of the unclean?
Right? Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean thing? Right? Read.
Not one.
Not what?
Not one.
Not what?
Not one.
Said not one. Not one. And when we went to the book of Isaiah chapter 66 and 15, it says, and those that sanctify themselves and purify themselves, meaning what? You got some people that say if you pray over it, then you can eat it then. It don't work like that. No matter how many times you pray over that pork, it's still going to be unclean. Right? Y'all can go through. Y'all can go through. Right? So, right, sister, and I know you said you was working on it, all praise to the Most High. But we got to make sure that we making haste in these last days because, hey, we love you. And we don't want pork to be your downfall. Right? We don't want nothing to be a downfall. Right? But especially not pork, because the only reason our people love pork nowadays is because it was force-fed to us in slavery. Right? We literally was force-fed pork. And guess what? When you force-fed someone, what you end up, you think that's all it is. You like it, you take a liking to it. Right. Exactly. Get used to it. Right? So we gotta attach ourselves away from what we've been trained through the hand of our enemies to do. You understand? Right? What other commandments you know? Right? You know what our what our sisters wore? Hey. You said, huh? You wear them out every day? Alright, so sister, hey, we just gotta get you on the track to, hey, get in the habit to wear them every day. Right?
God doesn't exist!
Alright, we just gonna ignore all that. Right, we're gonna ignore all that. Right, so we just gotta get you in the habit of, right, wearing that every single day. Did you go to prom when you was younger?
Yeah, no, I see y'all.
You went to prom, right?
Yeah.
And you had a dress on, I'm assuming, right? When you put that prom dress on, you feel like the baddest thing walking, didn't you? So why not wear a dress every day and feel like, hey, why not feel like that every day? Right? You a prince, you are literally a princess of the Most High God. Right? Me personally, I've never seen a princess wear pants or shorts. They always do what? They wearing a dress. Right? I was watching this one movie that took place in the 50s, and every woman in there had a dress on, and even the so-called African Americans, right? The Judite women, they had hair wraps on. They had hair wraps on in the movie, right? Meaning what? Are women supposed to wear dresses? That's a new thing. That's a new concept to not wear a dress. Right. So like I said, hey, we got to get back into our heritage at the end of the day, because that's all it is, our heritage. Right. And like I say all the time, hey, you already knew this before, and I don't mean literally from your friend. I'm saying you in your spirit, you already knew these different things. But when you woke up, now you're getting reminded of all these different things in the spirit. Right? Give me that in the book of Jude, chapter 1 and verse 5. Nah, you good. Okay, all right, bet. Let me just read this one last verse and then I got you. You good. All right, so you know what's required of you though. So we got to make haste in these last days. You understand? Give me the book of Sirach, chapter 5 and verse 3. Bring this up.
Book of Jude 1 and verse 5.
Bring it up.
I will therefore put you in remembrance.
And what?
In remembrance.
That's all we're doing for up here for you right now. So we putting you in remembrance. You said you already knew. Physically, you already knew, right? But spiritually, you already knew also. But guess what? It's our job to put you in remembrance. Read.
Though ye once knew this.
Right? Though ye once knew this already. So you got to make haste in these last days, because I'm pretty sure you understand that this ain't gonna last forever, right? This world is on the downfall. You got World War III stirring up. You had Turkey, Iran, and Russia just make a league with each other. Hey, this place is about to go. Facts. Right? So, hey, if I was you, I would be going as hard as I can and try to make sure I'm doing the simple things. Right? Like what? Like wearing a dress every day. Right? Like making sure I'm not defiling my body or my temple by eating pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster. Right? Did you know that? Uh-oh. You didn't know that? Uh-oh. Yeah, you can't eat shrimp, crab, or lobster. That's Leviticus chapter 11 and 10 on down. Right? No shrimp, crab, or lobster. We can't eat those different things. Right? You know why? Well, yeah, they are scavengers. They job. Everybody always complain about why the ocean dirty. Oh, global warming ain't got nothing to do with global warming. Right? Ocean dirty because you keep taking out all the fish that's supposed to clean the ocean. Right? You taking out all the bottom feeders that eat all the unclean things that fall from the other animals and so on and so forth. What do you think gonna happen to the ocean? It's gonna get dirty. It's common sense. But they try to complicate things that don't need to be complicated. It's all in this word at the end of the day. Right? So you can eat tilapia, salmon, whiting, perch, you can big mouth bass, bluegill, you can eat those type of fish. Right? But no what's some things that's unclean? Well, yeah, other than shrimp, crab, and lobster. Yeah, oysters, catfish, dolphins, sharks. Sea moss. Yeah, sea moss, sushi, depending on what it is, right? But so those different things you can't mess with. All right, sister. All right. What's your nationality? One more time before you leave. I just want you to say it. I love when That's right. What tribe you from? That's right. That's right. So all praise to the Most High. So you got any questions before you go? No, I'm good. All right. All praise to the Most High. Continue to endure in these last days, sisters. All right. Now we about to get back on. We gotta get back on Jake. Go back to the book of Sirach, chapter 26 and 19.
Bring it out. Sirach 26 and 19. Bring it out.
Like it. What's your nationality? Yeah. What's your nationality? What's your nationality? Your father is Puerto Rican, so-called Puerto Rican? You got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. What's your nationality?
Colombian.
Colombian? Your father's will be a so-called Colombian? Right, I got 2 minutes for the words of the Lord. Did the Lord call y'all? Y'all believe in the Bible? Y'all believe in the Bible? Bring this up.
Sirach 26 and 19.
Hey, brothers. You got a minute to the words of the Lord? You got a minute to the words of the Lord? 2 minutes. One scripture.
I was trying to eat. What's up? You right?
I'm about to feed you. I'm about to feed you right now, bro.
I bet you are. I'm
about to feed you right now, man.
Let's go.
Right? All right, he said let's get it. So let's get it, man. Real quick, before we go further, real quick. And I'm gonna make this quick for you. I know y'all trying to get into something or whatever.
Good? No, go ahead.
Right?
You always got time for God.
All praise. That's mighty. That's mighty. All praise to the Most High. So would you say that you for y'all people? Right, what's your name if you don't mind me asking? Alan, what's your name?
Dante.
Okay, so Alan and Dante. All right, now I feel like I know y'all. Okay. Right, so Alan and Dante, do y'all feel like y'all for y'all people? Would you be able to stand 10 toes and say that you for your people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans?
I'm for my family.
For your family?
For my family.
So you don't care about what happened to George Floyd?
I won't say that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying you for your people, like you're pro your people.
To a certain extent, it depends.
Elaborate for me. It's all good, brother.
It depends. I mean, I'm gonna protect my family before anything. I understand everything that's going on out here, but I'm gonna protect my family.
You can protect your family, brother. I ain't saying you can't protect your family, but what about your people though?
I mean, and I will if I'm like actually present in the situation when.
Right. No. So
there's nothing I can do though about something that happens that.
Right. So would you say that you for your people then? You love your people, don't you?
You're right.
Right. You for your people, bro.
Right.
And you want what's best for your people, right?
Right.
So, brother, you would be for your people then.
Okay.
Right. But let's see. We gotta see how much you are for your people though, because Dante. Now I'm on your head, brother. Yeah, right. Dante, I like how y'all matching too. But Dante, now this answer is towards you. How do you feel about the things in the state that our people are living in right now? As our race of people. How do you feel? How does it make you feel the things that's going on? Like in Ohio, a couple weeks ago, the brother that got shot 60 times, and they shot off 90 bullets, and he was unarmed, right? And along with a multitude of other different things that our people got to go through. How does that make you feel? And I ain't saying you got to go hate other. I'm just genuine. Like when you seen that, and I don't know if you actually seen that, but everybody's seen the thing about what happened with George Floyd, right? Did that make you feel some type of way, or you just like, hey, it is what it is?
Middle.
You said, huh?
Middle.
In the middle, elaborate for me.
It's like, you can't really do nothing about it.
You said you can't do nothing about it?
Yeah.
What if I told you could? And it was rooted in the Bible that y'all believe in.
We could if we actually stand together. The problem is that we don't stand together.
And why don't we stand together?
I say in the situation of why, like, okay, I agree with the situation. And definitely I would do something about it, but my thing is, as a people, we don't stand together.
Why?
We don't.
You right.
I don't know.
You right.
I can't sit there
Can I give you the answer with one scripture?
What I will say is, for me though, I've raised mine to know that it's family, and that's it. We're going
for sure, brother.
It
ain't nothing wrong with riding for your family.
Yeah.
Straight up, I ain't gonna never tell no man that he wrong for riding with his family at all. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we got a family, right? We got a general family, and then we got a nation of people. You said we can't stand together. Can we give you the answer as to why we can't stand together as a people? That's in the Bible. Right, let's see if I want you to tell me if you ever heard this scripture before too. Alright, give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. Start at verse 15 first, and then go to 54 after.
Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
So he's telling the people, like, if you don't listen to me, basically, are these your kids, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah.
Right? All of them?
Most of them.
I was about to say, brother being fruitful and multiplying. I ain't never mad at that. Right? But so, right? He's telling them something that they supposed to be doing, right? Yeah. The same way how you would, I can clearly see that you're a family man.
Right.
The same way how you would instruct your children in the right path that you feel like is the right way, right? Right, bring this up.
In his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So the Lord commanded a certain particular group of people a pathway to follow. You understand?
Right.
Read.
Right.
That all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
Right.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So basically, to sum that one scripture up, he's saying, look, if you listen to what I do, you're gonna be straight. If you don't, you're gonna have curses put upon you.
Exactly.
Right? Now drop down to verse 54. Watch this.
54, Deuteronomy chapter 28. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
Man, it said tender among you, very delicate. That just means we show love towards one another. Right? Because that's how we used to be towards each other as so-called black men. It used to be, hey brother, you good? Right now, our people, we just walk past each other and don't even acknowledge each other no more. Right? But it didn't always used to be that way. Right, Reed?
His eye.
His what?
His eye
Reed?
shall be evil toward his brother.
What does that sound like to you? Your eye being evil towards your own brother.
I mean, it just sounds like what's going on now.
With what people?
With all of us. But see, I don't want to just naturally just throw it down to just the black people. It's just in all. I feel like that's not just naturally towards the black people. That's just in general. We all need to just get it together, communicate a little better, and figure this shit out.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Do the so-called white men have a problem? I ain't even gonna use them. Do the so-called Arab men have a problem with banding together?
I have no idea. I've never spoken to the
What about the so-called white man?
I've never spoken to the white man. I don't know.
So how you gonna say that it affect all people then if you don't know nothing about it?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I can't.
Because the so-called white man, right? For sure. But the so-called white man not killing each other over what colors they wearing, brother.
Right.
They not killing each other over street signs that don't even belong to them.
Yeah.
They're not doing that.
At the same time, though, too.
And so, like, real quick.
We not gonna sit here and just throw it out here like that.
What's up?
That let me say, no, there's too many, nah, because I feel like,
okay.
what I'm going to say, I feel like it'll probably,
man, we ain't tripping off them, man.
Nah, I mean, I'm just saying, what I'm going to say will probably offend a person. I mean, my thing is, I'm not trying to offend. What I'm saying, though, is as black people, we are very smart and we know how to communicate. My thing is, when we have these little situations, when we run into the cops, it don't always take for us to be all hype about the situation.
But no, I'm talking about, I ain't talking about the police though. I'm talking about I'm talking about like us, like me and you.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like our people.
Right.
When it's a house party going on, is it ending when they say that it ends, or is it ending because somebody shooting it up?
The ones I go to be cool. Man,
be cool. Is it select people though?
Exactly.
But but you just said it's select people though.
Exactly.
Right? You say everybody invited, and guess what? All hell gonna break.
Because you just can't invite everybody. That's
right. But we should be able to
never be to the point where you could just invite everybody. It just don't work that way.
Right. But we should be able to get together as a people, just like the other. Right. But I'm giving you the answer as to why we can't.
Which is?
Let's go back to it. That's why. That's the whole point. You understand? Because I told you I was gonna give you the answer out the Bible.
Right.
Right. Read.
I'm listening.
Verses.
Yep.
15 of Deuteronomy 28. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
And when you read this, Moses is not talking to all the nations in the world. He's talking to a specific nation, which are the Israelites. So for this to try to pertain to all the other nations, that ain't necessarily true. Because this wasn't placed upon all nations. It was placed upon a particular nation. That's why it's prominent amongst our people.
He's still talking to everybody. I feel like that's where everybody, that's where they get it twisted in there. Y'all
go to Deuteronomy 1:1.
Straight to what
we gonna go to the beginning.
You gotta, at the end of the day, he's not gonna sit there and just point, okay,
we gonna go,
this color point, this is what I want, this is just for y'all.
Literally did. Watch this.
This is for everybody.
Let's read what the Bible says. Read.
Deuteronomy, first chapter, first verse.
Right, first chapter, first verse.
These are the words which...
These are the what?
These are the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
It didn't say the whole world, brother.
Yeah, okay.
That's what the Bible says.
He ain't gonna be specific like that. The guy
was specific.
ain't about to sit up here and just throw it out to you like
he was specific.
Like
he literally named who he was talking to.
And I mean and I'm not gonna say that I'm right. I'm not gonna say I'm right.
Nah, but it's all
what
good.
I would say though is that we still gotta humble ourselves to a point to where we all it cannot be just down to just us, man. It's everybody.
Every time
in general, I'm not with that far as singling it out to just us.
So you think the other nations like dealing with what we dealing with?
Regardless, it don't matter.
It do matter,
yes, no. Let me say that. It does matter, but it's not. It doesn't make our situation more important than what's going. The bigger picture. The bigger picture is that we all need to come together and.
But that's never gonna happen, brother.
That's what I just said.
It's gonna happen. No. I said I'm talking about for our people gonna come together. The whole entire world is not gonna come together on one accord.
That's right.
But our people will.
Right.
And I'm trying to give you the game on how it's gonna happen. But you keep trying to incorporate the so-called white man.
Because I'm not gonna just
they not going through. They don't go through what the people on 42nd and Post going through. Going through what the people on Hog West go through.
Just because a person don't go through what you go through, don't make them any less of anything. You feel me?
The Bible say it do. Can I read it for you?
I disregard with that, and I gotta move.
Hold on, give me Deuteronomy 7:6.
Let's
go. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6. Good, we gonna read it, cause the Bible say something different, brother.
Deuteronomy 7 verse 10. For thou art a holy people to the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Above what?
Above all people.
Above what?
Above all people.
Above what?
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
See, that's so the Lord feels. Hey, the Lord feels otherwise. Man. The Lord feels a certain type. The Lord feels differently, right? Everybody believe in the Bible until. Hey, brother, what's your nationality?
At its finest.
What's your nationality?
I can't even answer that. I would say black, but I know it's not black.
So what? Do you want to learn what it is in 2 minutes?
Go ahead, yeah.
All praise to the Most High.
Yeah.
So you gotta understand. You said you're not black, right? right? Because it ain't nothing, because there's no heritage in black, ain't no language in black, none of that, right? So if somebody said you couldn't say black, then what would you say?
I really don't know. To be honest with you, I wouldn't know. I would probably like go back to like an African heritage or like
African heritage.
Yeah, that's what I would think. That's what my head.
That's what your head would say.
Yeah.
You believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what the Lord said. You feel me? Let's get to it. Let's get down to it. Give me the book of Daniel chapter 9 and verse 9. Start at verse 8. I want you to
Daniel. The book of Daniel in verse 9, it's like that, 9 and verse 8. And it reads, O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee.
Because we have what?
We have sinned against thee.
So these particular people have sinned against the Most High God. These particular people that's talking about the Israelites. Read.
To the Lord our God belong mercies and forgiveness.
Right.
Though we have rebelled against him.
It said, though we have rebelled against him. So these particular people rebelled against the Lord. Right?
Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our God to walk in his laws, which he set before us.
Right, so the Lord gave a particular nation laws, which are the Israelites. He gave them laws to be able to walk in and that they should obey. Read.
By his servants the prophets, yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse, the curse, the curse.
It says, therefore the curse, read,
is poured upon us.
It said, therefore the curse is poured upon us. Right, so let's figure out who these particular people are who have a curse placed upon them. All right, bring this out. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and start at verse 45.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 45.
Bring it out.
Moreover, all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
Right, now you keep hearing that word curse. Right, let's see why you keep hearing that word curse in the Bible. Read.
Shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right, you keep hearing these particular people, the Israelites, didn't listen to the words of the Lord. So they curse. You keep hearing all throughout the Bible, you hear that. Right, read.
To keep his commandments and the statutes which he commanded thee.
Right.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So it's saying that these particular people who are the Israelites, it said they'll be able to know that they're the Israelites because they're placed upon them for a sign and for a wonder. Meaning what? You know that's the Hampton Inn. Why? Right, it's a sign that say the Hampton Inn. Same thing with District Tech. You know these different things because it's a sign. Just like I know that's a North Face shirt because it's a sign. That's the same way these 43 curses that's in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 is. It's 43 and they signs to be able to identify who God's chosen people are. Now we're not going to read you all 43 obviously for the sake of time, but we're going to get you a couple and I want you to tell me who it sounds like. Alright? When I say who it sounds like, I mean what nation of people do it sound like. What race of people do it sound like. Because we got to figure out who the Israelites are. What people are cursed. You understand? Right, let's do it. Read on.
Upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord has sinned against thee in hunger.
Right, so it said, therefore, since you don't want to do what I told you to do, you're going to serve your enemies in hunger. Right? Meaning what? Everything that we get food-wise, we got to get from our oppressors. Even if you grow your own food, guess what? You got where you get the seeds from. You got to get it from your oppressor. Read.
And in thirst.
It said, and in thirst. Everything that we drink, water bottles, whatever it is, Fago, anything, guess what? We don't own those companies. We don't own the factories that purify the water. We don't own these cleaning agents. We don't even know how to purify water. Right? So we getting these things from who? Our oppressors. Right, read.
And in nakedness.
It said, and in nakedness. Everything that we got on is not owned by us. Even when you go deep and somebody say, but I got my own clothing line. Well, guess what? Where you get the fabric from, brother? Who'd you have to go to in order to get your stuff, your LLC and all these other different things? You got to go to your oppressor, right? The other nations, they can go to their own people for those different things, right? The Chinese, the so-called Chinese, man, they can go there and get all that. Half the stuff you see already made from, you feel me, made from China, right? Read.
And in want of all things.
It said, and in want of all things, meaning everything physical in this life that we want to obtain, we got to get it from our oppressors. A death certificate, a birth certificate. When you born, as soon as you born, what they give you? Social security number. They number you, right? And we get that from who? Our oppressor, right? A car, you got to get from your oppressor. We not building them up right now. You ain't never built you a car. I damn sure ain't built no car before, right? Everything we get or that we want, we have to get it from who the Lord said he was going to send against us, our enemies. You understand? Right? Everybody can't relate to that though. Right? Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
It said, and then he shall put a yoke of iron upon our necks until he have destroyed them. Right? What people had yokes of iron around their neck? Right, we did. We had yokes of iron around. And then it says, until he have destroyed thee, meaning what? When they take the chains off. Now, they did take the chains off, but they took them off because we was destroyed mentally. Right now, we don't understand what the point of all this is. Now we don't understand who the one that put us in these different situations and so on and so on. We don't understand who the enemy is. We don't understand. Why? Because now we destroyed in our minds. We don't know who we are. We don't know who our God is. We don't know where we come from. We don't know none of these things. That's how you destroy a nation of people. So that's why I say until he has destroyed thee. Now let's go to the main point. Go to verse 68. Read up a little bit louder.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
Read it up.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
It said, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt. Alright? Hey, brother, you know what that word Egypt means?
Nah, tell me.
Right? Alright, the brother said he wants to tell. So let's tell the brother. Give me the book of, give me Exodus 20 and 2. Give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 15. Yeah, this is the Holy Bible. You believe in it? Guess what? Lord willing, the Lord gonna make you a believer today. Right? So Deuteronomy 5 and 15, Exodus chapter 20 and 2, and I want Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 21. Right?
Exodus 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Out of the land of Egypt.
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the what?
Out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is synonymous with the word bondage. Y'all ever heard the term, I've been working like a Hebrew slave? Yeah. Right? That's because the Hebrew Israelites, when they was in the land of Egypt, they was in slavery. Right? Bring this up.
Deuteronomy chapter 6 and 21.
Bring it out.
Then thou shalt say unto thy sons, we were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt.
We were what?
We were Pharaoh's bondmen.
Who were the people in the Bible?
We were Pharaoh's bondmen.
Right, the Israelites, they were Pharaoh's bondmen. Read.
In Egypt.
In Egypt. Right, bring this up.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4. You said chapter what?
You said chapter 5.
5 and what?
And 15.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5 and verse 15.
Yeah.
And it reads, and remember that was a servant, in the land of Egypt.
See that? Saying, remember that was a servant in the land of Egypt.
And that the Lord thy God brought thee thence through a mighty hand and by a stretched out arm.
Right, that's it on that. Right, so the point is, we're equating the word Egypt with what? So far, bondage, captivity, slavery, being a servant, right? The last one to hit the head on the nail, right? Bring this up.
Jeremiah 11 and 20.
11 and 4.
Slocky 11 and verse 4. Which I commanded your fathers in the day that I brought them forth out of the land of Egypt.
Out of the land of Egypt, read.
From the iron furnace.
From the iron furnace. If I hook, what's your name, brother, if you don't mind me asking? Greg. Right, so if I put you and Greg in the iron furnace, right, would y'all be comfortable? Right. So, but see how all the scripture, we brought out a plethora of scriptures that's relating Egypt with what? bondage, slavery, captivity, being a servant, being uncomfortable. And when you go into the Hebrew word, when you go into the actual Hebrew word, Egypt is going into Mizraim, which means between two straits, which means stuck between a rock and a hard place, or a burden that's placed upon you. Right, so now we're going to put it in context. Listen to this, King. All right, let's put it in context.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Bring it out!
The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Into what?
Into Egypt.
Y'all remember what Egypt mean? What it mean?
I'm listening.
What it mean? I'm asking.
I'm listening.
Right, what Egypt mean? You said, huh?
I forgot what it said.
When the Israelites was in Egypt, what was they doing?
Slavery.
That's right. That's what it means. That's right.
But
So,
what they do is they put slavery in the same fucking format as being God. Right or wrong?
I don't understand what you're saying. You gotta elaborate for me.
So what does easy mean to you?
You said, huh?
I said, what does easy mean to you?
I just broke it down with like 5 precepts. What it mean?
I'm gonna keep listening. I'm keep listening.
I already told you what it mean.
I got it in my back pocket.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. We just explained. Hold on, real quick. Let's finish this verse and then I got you, bro. Right? Read on. So like, read it from the top again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Being in bondage and slavery, captivity, being a servant, being uncomfortable. So it's not talking about the physical land of Egypt is the point. How did we get to America? What road of transportation? On a ship, right? Watch this.
Again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
That's in the Bible. Of a particular people going into slavery on ships. Who are the only people to go into slavery on ships? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're the only ones through our recorded history to ever go into slavery on ships. So by default, who does this have to be talking about? Gotta be talking about us. But what did Moses call us though? What did the Lord call us?
Israelites.
That's right.
So what would that make us?
Israelites.
That's right.
That's the whole point, brother. We Israelites, right? We not black
At all.
We not African American. We not Asiatic. We not Moorish American. We not niggas. We are Israelites. Exactly. It's not a nationality, right? African American is the last name of 2 so-called white men: Leo Sciprios Africanus and Amerigo Vespucci.
Right.
Y'all don't look like y'all descend from 2 white men.
That's right.
That's right. So we not that. We not black. What are we, brother?
That's right.
People, mama. Right? So, right, we Israelites, brother. All right, brother. All right, so now, I know you said you gotta go, but I gotta give you one commandment. Can I give you one commandment?
What you got?
One script. All right, let's get it for the brother, real quick. Give me the book of,
Bring it out.
Oh, yo, no, my bad. I ain't meant to leave you hanging.
I meant that out of love.
Yeah, I ain't meant to leave you hanging,
All y'all.
For sure.
I appreciate all y'all taking y'all time out even just to be out here and
For
talk to
sure,
people, man.
for sure. Hey, we do it because we love our people at the end of the day. So a lot of other stuff we could be doing today.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, but we out here for our people, man. Right, bring this up.
Exodus 35 and verse 1. And Moses gathered all the congregation of the children of Israel.
Who the Israelites? That's right, we are. Read.
Together and
So
said,
that means he's talking to us, right? Yeah. Read.
together and said unto them, these are the words which the Lord commanded, that ye shall do them. 6 days shall work be done.
Right, so the Lord said you got 6 days to do whatever you got to do. Right, whatever you got to do, you got 6 days to take care of it. Read. 6
days shall work be done, but on the 7th day there shall be to you an holy day.
Right? Do any of y'all know when the 7th day is? When is the 7th day of the week? Nah, not Monday.
What is it? It ain't Sunday.
It's not Sunday. That's right, Saturday.
God,
even if you look at your phone calendar or any calendar, at the beginning of the week starts what? Sunday. And then at the end of the calendar,
I'm lost.
Yeah, you good,
I'm lost.
brother.
I'm
Right?
lost.
At the end of the calendar is what day?
Saturday.
That's right, Saturday. So if you count 7 days from Sunday, then guess what? It's gonna be Saturday. Right? Read. So the point is, right? The 7th day is Saturday. Now this is why it's significant. Read.
An holy day, a Sabbath of rest.
Oh, what?
a Sabbath of rest.
Set a holy day, meaning a set apart day, and a Sabbath of rest, meaning on the Sabbath day, which is on the 7th day of the week, which is chiefly Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, because the Lord don't deal with once 12 o'clock hit, it's a new day. Nah, it's when the sun goes down. So on the 7th day, it's the Sabbath day, right? And when it's the Sabbath day, you can't buy, sell, you can't, or work, right? You gotta rest. Think about that. The Lord literally gave his people a day where he wants them to chill out, man. Relax. And just get into the words of the Lord, drink you some wine, and chill out, man. Right? So with that being said, what you about to go do, brother?
Chill?
You about to go chill? Well, you got about probably about 15, 20 minutes, and you can do it, but the Sabbath day gonna be over is my point.
Yeah,
right? So when the sun goes down, and it's almost down, hey, you can, if you was gonna go eat, hey, you go do your thing. If you was gonna do whatever you was gonna do, in righteousness, obviously, but you can go do that. You understand? But while that sun's still up,
winding down.
Hey, it is winding down. Right? Y'all chill out. Hey, chill. Then walk around or something.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's
when the sun go down, hey, then you can go and eat, spend some money or whatever the case is gonna be. So you think that you can keep that commandment? That's an easy commandment, ain't it?
It is.
All right, it's an easy commandment, right? So what you learned today?
Hey,
what's going on? It's all good, brother.
No.
What's up?
Bro, you got me some literature. Put it somewhere. No, nothing? Nothing?
Nah. It's
love.
We got
love.
We got arms. That's on that flyer if you want to send it there, then you can. Though. Right? So, what's your nationality, brother? You're an Israelite. And what's one thing that you learned when you gotta keep the commandments?
You gotta chill and rest on the Sabbath day.
And when is the Sabbath day?
Saturday.
When do it start?
Oh, 7th day. It's the 7th day?
Right, you're right. It's the 7th day. I'm just asking you when it starts.
Oh, it starts once the sun goes down.
Oh, when? What day?
Friday.
That's right. Hey, the brother was paying. Hey, the brother's sharp, man. Brother sharp. All right, brother.
All right. Hey, y'all have a good one.
All right, you better be doing laps, brother. You better be doing laps, brother. All right, hold on. I didn't even, that kind of slipped my mind. Hold on, brother. I gotta give you one more. Hey, brother, sweating, boy. All right, brother. Hey, you better do them laps, brother. All right. See that, man? It got hot, man. Brother start sweating. His eyebrows start sweating, man. Give me that. Go back to man. I forgot. Cause I ain't even see her no more. So my mom, I wasn't thinking about it. Right? Give me the book. Go back to the book of Sirach, chapter 26 and 19, man.
Sirach 26 and 19.
Bring it out.
My son.
All right, what?
My son. Keep the flower of thy age sound, and give not thy strength to strangers.
Give what?
Give not thy strength to strangers.
Give what?
Give not thy strength to strangers.
Give not thy strength unto strangers. Right? It would be an father to give your strength to a woman of another nation. Right, really?
Thou hast possession.
Right, when you get a fruitful possession, what's a fruitful possession, man? Right, a woman. Right, you read. Right, read.
Through all the field.
Through all the field. And what is the field? The world. Right. The world is the field. Read.
Sow it with thy own seed.
With thy what?
With thy own seed.
It says sow it with thy own seed, man. Meaning what? Your own people at the end of the day, man. You got 12 beautiful. I'm gonna say that again. Beautiful. God. 12 tribes to choose from, man. Why would you go outside of the nation, outside of the 12 tribes, to go, hey, y'all got to mention the words of the Lord? Y'all got to mention the words of the Lord? Take a flyer. Y'all want a flyer? Want to take a flyer?
Here you go.
All praises. All praises. So why would you go outside of the 12 tribes of Israel that the Lord gave to you? It ain't even like he gave you one. He gave you 12 different tribes, man, to be able to choose from. And you say, no, I don't want none of them. None of them. I want the so-called white woman. Man, never in my life have I thought like that, man. You skip all the 12 tribes to go be with the so-called white woman, man.
Madness.
That's madness. Folly and vanity. Right. Folly, madness, and vanity, man.
It's madness.
Right? So we can't do those different things, man. Right? What's your nationality? What's your nationality? African American. You believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
You believe in God?
No.
So did God ever call us African American?
I believe not.
Yeah, he never called us African American, right? What did the Lord refer to us as? Do you know?
All people, I guess.
You said, huh?
We're all people.
We're all people, but did you know that the Lord made nations of people, though, right?
Right. Yes.
Right. So, what nation do we come from?
Tell me.
You got time? And then when I say time, I don't mean an hour or 30 minutes or nothing like that. I can break it down to you in 5 minutes or less.
Okay, I'm here.
All right, the brother said break it down, so we're gonna break it down through the Spirit. Go to the book of Judges, chapter 2 and verse 11. Start at verse 10. Right, Judges 2 and 10.
The book of Judges 2 and verse 10. And also all that generation were gathered to their fathers, and there arose another generation.
Another generation rose up after them.
After them, which knew not the Lord, nor yet the works which he had done for Israel.
Right, read.
And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord,
right,
and served Balaam. And they forsook the Lord God of their fathers.
You listening? Right, watch this. Read.
Which brought them out of the land of Egypt.
Read.
And followed other gods of the people that were round about them.
Read.
And bowed themselves unto them.
Right.
And provoked the Lord to anger.
So the Israelites, they did wrong. The Lord told them to go right. Guess what? The Israelites went left. But watch this. This is the point. Read on.
Verse 13. And they forsook the Lord.
Right.
And served Balaam and Ashtaroth. And the anger of the Lord was hot.
Was what?
Was hot.
Said the anger of the Lord was hot. Read.
Against Israel.
Against the whole world.
Against Israel.
So his anger was hot against these particular people, right? Read.
And he delivered them into the hands of the spoilers,
right,
that spoiled them.
Read.
And he sold them.
And he did what?
And he sold them,
right,
into the hands of their enemies.
Right. What people were sold, brother, into the hands of their enemies? What people were sold?
Tell me.
You don't know what people were sold, brother? You don't know what people went into slavery on ships?
Oh, I know that.
Right. What people were sold? What people was that?
Us.
It was us, right? Did everybody in the earth? Did that happen to everybody in the earth?
No, not everybody.
Right. Not everybody in the earth. Right. It happened to a specific nation. Right. Would you agree?
I would agree.
For sure. Right. So now we can continue on. The point is, brother, we're showing you these different things. Give me Lamentations 1 and 3. Right. And give me Esther 7 and 4.
It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 1 and 3. Judah is gone into captivity.
What did the Lord say?
Judah is gone into captivity.
He said Judah has gone into captivity. Right, just finish the verse.
Because of affliction and because of great servitude. She dwelleth among the heathen.
Right.
She findeth no rest. All her persecutors overtook her between the straits.
Right? So this is talking about Judah, brother. You would be from the tribe of Judah. An Israelite from the tribe of Judah. So-called Negro descent. Right? Or so-called African American is what the world called us, but the Lord called you Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Right? Bring this out.
Esther 7 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
For we are sold.
What our foremothers say?
For we are sold.
What happened to the Israelites?
For we are sold.
What happened to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans?
For we are sold.
Read.
I am my people.
For the whole world.
I am my people.
Right? She said, hey, for we are sold, I and my people, brother. We were sold. Right? These things happened unto us as a people, correct? Right. So if we reading these different things out of the Bible, you paying attention? Right? If we reading these things out of the Bible, and witnesses of people in the Bible saying that we have been sold, right? And you already said that we was the only people that was sold and went into slavery on ships. What people would the people of the Bible be?
I never said we were the only people. But there's other people that were in slavery. It wasn't just African Americans or Africans. I mean,
right, that's right. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans was.
Right.
Right? the Native Americans and the so-called Hispanics was in slavery also. Right? Outside of that, who? Why you? No, I'm not saying you said no. I'm just saying why you keep looking at her for the answer.
I'm not looking at her for my answer, but at the same time, this is my wife and my partner. So yes, I'm gonna talk to her about everything. So you asking her why I'm looking at her?
I didn't ask her nothing. I was talking about you. She just thought I was talking to her.
Okay, I mean, am I allowed to talk to my wife?
No, I was just saying, I'm asking you.
I mean, you trying to tell me about stuff. I'm trying to get my education on. But we do everything as a team. So if I'm getting educated, if I'm getting fed, she's getting fed. So and right now you're trying to feed us something. So right now we coming as a team. We trying to work together.
You answer the question. You remember the question?
Why you getting at me like this, man? I'm just talking to my wife.
Because you're here to go into a whole spiel about y'all being a team. Okay. So right now I'm focused on you, the head of the household, right? You the man, right? So I'm focused on you, right? And I'm talking to the man, right? And I'm trying to teach the man of the household. So we right here, brother. Let's stay right here, all right? So again, would you agree that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the ones to go into slavery?
I'll agree.
Right.
Okay.
So now, go to Deuteronomy 28 and 68 real quick. Would you agree that they the only ones to go into slavery on ships?
I wouldn't say I have enough information to make it yes or no on that, to be honest with you. I'm not going to front and be like, oh yeah, I know everything about.
Have you ever heard of another nation going into slavery on ships?
No.
Right? And you're not going to hear about it. I can tell you that firmly. Right? Why? Because we historians up here. Another nation in recorded history has never went into slavery on ships other than the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans throughout time.
That's right!
Even in the scriptures, the first recorded time of the people going into slavery on ships was 722 BC, which was the Hispanics and Native Americans. What's your name, brother, if you don't mind me asking?
My name is Brian.
Brian, okay, Brian. Now I feel like I know you, right? So, Brian, these things happen to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Now I keep saying so-called because God never called us black.
Right.
Right? That's the color out of a crayon box. Right? He never called us African American. That's the last name of two so-called white men, Leo Sciprios Africanus and Amerigo Vespucci. Right? You don't look like you descend from two white men to me. You understand? I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. And that term was just invented in 1986.
Right.
By a man named Jesse Jackson. Right? So we gotta go by what the Lord called us, not by what man put on us as a title. Wouldn't you agree? Because you're a firm believer in God, I'm sure, right? So wouldn't you want to call yourself what God called you?
Of course.
Alright, so this is what we break it down to. So far we brought out all these precepts showing you how we're the ones to go into slavery and into captivity. Or the people of the Bible, better yet, the people of the Bible going into slavery and captivity, and you already said that we're the ones that fit that so far, right? So, you said agreed? Agreed. Okay, all praise to the Most High. So now, let's get something else that'll further prove that. Give me Deuteronomy 1 and 1. Deuteronomy 1 and 1. And give me Isaiah chapter 42 and 22.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out!
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Unto all who?
Unto all Israel.
So now we get ready to read what Moses said to all Israel. Right? Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Right to the point. Right? Read this.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it out!
For the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Right? Do you know what that word Egypt means? Tell me. All praises, right? Give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
Deuteronomy 5 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Out of the land of Egypt.
From the house of bondage.
Right? The Lord called Egypt. The Lord called Egypt the house of bondage. Why? Because when the Israelites was in the land of Egypt, they was in bondage. Right? You ever heard of the term, I've been working like a Hebrew slave? Right, that's where they get that from. Because the Israelites, when they was in that land, they were slaves. Right. So all throughout the scriptures, the word or the term Egypt is most likely synonymous with the word bondage, slavery, captivity. Even when you go into the word, the Hebrew word Egypt, it goes into Mizraim, which means between two straits, meaning stuck between a rock and a hard place, or meaning a burden being placed upon you. So now let's put it in context. Hold on, hold on. I thought you wanted to know what the Lord called you.
You said 5 minutes. I'm out.
So you gonna get a Lord 5 minutes?
Don't do me like that.
I'm gonna do you like that.
You don't know me to say something like that.
I know you enough to know that you walk away from the words of the Lord.
Good.
All hair. Coon. Right? It's all good. Stay in order, brothers. Right? This is bad. You got brothers that you gonna go get it. If the Lord came down right now, I bet you they would be saying they're gonna give you 5 minutes and they'll do it in 5 minutes. Right? First you want to know, right, when the Lord, what the Lord want to call you, then you don't. Because they don't really care, right? Man, I'm getting tired of Jake, man. Go back to Isaiah chapter 65. Start at verse 2. Start at verse 3. And somebody give me Hosea 8 and 12 and Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 3.
Isaiah.
What's going on, brother? You got 2 minutes.
When I come back through, I will.
You gonna come back, brother? Please.
I gotta go get my food. I'm gonna come back.
You gotta go get your food. Are you really gonna come back, brother? Because you my brother, man. You want a lot of your brother. You said, huh? You God's chosen people, brother. You're an Israelite. Right? Bring this up.
Isaiah 65 and verse 3. God. A people that provoked me to anger.
Do what?
A people that provoked me to anger.
People want to wonder why bad things happen to them, or why so on and so forth is going on with them, right? Because you provoke the Lord to anger all damn day, man. Right? You say you love the Lord, then you walk away from the words of the Lord. You say you got time, then you walk away because it's been 5 minutes. Right? You say you want to know what your nationality is and what the Lord called you, but you really don't care because you walk away just when the answer get ready to pop up, man. And you never know. That could have been his ticket, man. That could have been his ticket to make it, and guess what? He walked away from it. Imagine an angel coming to you and telling you all you got to do is figure this one thing out, and you could have a chance to obtain everlasting salvation. And they said, all right, you got 5 minutes. What? I got 5 minutes. That's off, man. Read.
Anger continually to my face.
To my what?
To my face.
Hey, we're the servants of the Lord, man. Right? If you don't like what we coming with, or you getting offended out of what the scriptures is saying, that we read it for to you, hey, at the end of the day, and you get mad at the Lord. You left against the Lord, man. You don't agree with the Lord. Right? Not us. Right, Reed?
That sacrifices in gardens, right, and burneth incense upon altars of bricks.
Right, that's it on that. And go back to give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 1. Right? Hold that. All these damn Jake with these damn Edomites, man. And they look trash. God damn.
Deuteronomy 7 and verse 1. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land, whether thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee. Hey,
and everybody always want to advocate for the other nations, but the Lord cast out other nations.
Right.
Right? Y'all got to mention the words of the Lord, sisters? Damn, y'all sped up.
Everybody.
Hey, brother, you got to mention the words of the Lord, brother.
Hey, I always got the word with me.
All right, brother.
They don't even walk that fast.
Hittites, the Jebusites, cast out many nations before thee. The Hittites, the Jezreelites, the Ammonites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
All right, now drop down to verse 3.
Verse 3, neither shalt thou make marriages.
What the Lord say?
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
With who?
With them.
With who?
With them.
The strangers, man. The strangers. The Lord told us not to make marriages with the strangers, man. Because when we do that, what happened? All hell breaks loose. Right? Hey, one brother that stood up here for like 2 minutes. The brother earlier, his wife went like this and pulled him, and he left with her. Right? He left right with her. This man, he getting all effeminate and all uptight because his woman said something to me. I wasn't even addressing her. All I said was, why you keep looking at her? Imagine you having a conversation with a grown man. Every time the brother asks you a question, you look at your wife. What the brother? This is between two men. This ain't got nothing to do with a woman. Right? This is two men at the end of the day. Right? But you looking for your wife for confirmation. Meaning what? We know who run your household at the end of the day. Right, Reed? Yo, I don't want to offend. I don't want to do that. Man, I give a damn, man.
Right.
You give a damn. Hey, it's the words of the Lord over everything else at the end of the day.
That's
Reed?
right.
Make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son.
Right. Hey, brother, you got to mention the words of the Lord. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, brother. What's your nationality? You did the Lord call you Jamaican?
Okay, well, come on up here.
He didn't call us African either, though.
He can't see.
So come find out in 2 minutes. Come find out in 2 minutes.
Come on, brother.
You see that?
You gotta see the sign.
I'm Jamaican, then we all African.